How do you think they now see Meghan Markle, who comes as a TV divorcee, which is what I was before when I married my second husband? And I had zero chance of marrying into the royal family, so I could say it. She was a TV divorcee. How do you think they're looking at her now?
Well, there was, and by the way, Kate is not in the same league. I mean, Kate Middleton I'm a huge fan of her. I think she's just, is doing a spectacular job. And I always think she was always underrated previously. And the family loves her now, and they have her popularity is unquestionable. But when you go to Harry and Meghan, you're absolutely right. I think there's an element, initially there was an element of betrayal here. I mean, obviously the royals embraced Meghan initially. You remember that trip that Elizabeth and Meghan took, they were on the royal train. They went, made a trip to West England, and they were laughing and having the greatest time. They absolutely clicked. There was no question about it. And as you said, Charles walked Meghan, down the last half of the aisle during the wedding, and he was fawning, all over the mother, Harry's mother-in-law. I mean, he was genuinely. He genuinely liked Doria Ragland, and they became very friendly. That's Meghan's mom. So it's a slap in the face. I think now there's been a lot of simmering resentment and bitterness, and every time they're reminded of this book that's going to come out in January, Harry's book Spare, it's just another moment for them to be terrified because they have no idea what's going to be coming their way. So I think, and then, by the way, shouldn't have been surprised, but I was a little surprised at the tension between Harry and Meghan and all the rest of the world during the funeral. I mean, I would have thought they could have, if not buried the hatchet, at least put it to the side for a minute. But it was clear what was going on. They were being shunted aside. Charles still came and said, no, you can't wear your uniform. In the beginning, if you remember, during the funeral, Harry was not allowed to wear his uniform to these various ceremonies, but Andrew was. Edward was, and he's never been in the military.
No, I thought Andrew was not. Neither one was.
No, in the beginning he was. He had a uniform on. I was stunned in the very kind of opening scenes of the funeral. So, but later on, Harry was allowed to wear his ceremonial garb, his uniform, during the vigil of the grandchildren. He's called the Vigil of the Princes.
I understand he served his country. He did, and he fought in Afghanistan. But he left the royal family. So you quit. If I quit Fox News, I don't get to wear that little jacket anymore. It's like that's how it goes.
Well, you do kind of wonder. Somebody said to give up the royal family to become an influencer. Is about what happens. It's a mystery. I think there are always people who want to liken. Women who enter the royal family who don't seem up to snuff in terms of their backgrounds, aristocrats or whatever. They always liken them to Wallis Simpson. But in this case, it's coming more into focus. I believe that's what a lot of the people in the royal family think they have on their hands. Mm-hmm. And
I can see why.
Yeah. It's irritating to them. It's hurtful to them. I think William is more angry than his father about the position that he's been put in because he doesn't have any help,
Yeah. Well, you mentioned that earlier that maybe Charles asked William about Andrew and they were on the same page about him needing to be shunned. How involved do you think William is and is going to be in now King Charles' decision making, right? Because Charles is 70, 73? How old is he?
Yes.
73. So he doesn't have, even if he has his mom's great genes, he doesn't have that long on the throne. So you got to think he's, I don't know, how big a role will William play over the next 10, 20 years?
Yeah, but this is the biggest misconception, I think, and that is that this is a caretaker king. He's just keeping the throne warm for William. He is going to be, I think longevity will be in play. I think he will be around long enough to make a real impact, and he's just determined to do that. He wants to make a change. And I think what he's going to do, and he's already started in smallish ways, but he just wants to modernize, streamline, bring it into the 21st century. Ironically, this man is more of the 19th century, I think, than the 21st. But he does have definite plans. And most of these involve cost cutting and how you finance the monarchy and all that. But of course, we're talking about a $1 billion institution here.
There's so much to love about fall. from the cooler temperatures to the changing leaves, even pumpkin spiced everything. What better way to soak up the best of the season than with a Michael Phelps swim spa by Master Spas? A Michael Phelps swim spa combines the benefits of a pool with the therapy of a hot tub. It comes in a variety of sizes to complement almost any yard, even if it's a tiny one. Master Spas worked with Michael Phelps to develop an at-home training and fitness solution that you can use year-round in any season, including winter. As your fall calendar fills up, a Michael Phelps swim spa is the perfect place to spend time together as a family. Michael Phelps swim spas are 100% made in the USA by Master Spas, the world's largest swim spa manufacturer. It is energy efficient. You can use it all year long. Go to masterspas.com, put in the promo code MK, and that will save you $1,000 on a Michael Phelps swim spa or $500 on a Master Spas hot tub. That's masterspas.com, promo code MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.